Simon Nesman, Henry Cavill, and Adam Sandler. Which one do you think has the biggest sex appeal? You probably chose him, just like the British Glamour magazine back in 2013. But out of the three, he's neither the richest, nor the most famous, nor the most attractive one. This is called short-term sexual market value, and this is how it looks for men compared to women. As a man, the only metric on this list that you can't improve is your age. So let's start with number 1, game plus personality. These aspects represent 39% of your sexual market value. How can you improve them? Well, up until his late 20s, a man named Hugh Hefner was shy, awkward, and had a super asymmetrical face. But compared to the other men of his era, he used to speak in dreamy, inclusive language when flirting. Instead of compliments like, "I think you're beautiful," he'd used to say, "We'd look incredible together, wouldn't we?" This charismatic approach helped him launch the first ever Playboy magazine, become a millionaire, and seduce the most beautiful women from that time. Now, you can also try this Playboy technique and use "we" in your compliments. But what I found next genuinely surprised me. Hugh Hefner's seductive approach perfectly matches the charmer stereotype from The Art of Seduction. What's this? In his book, Robert Greene outlines 9 seductive archetypes based on personality traits. So by discovering your archetype, you can use a seductive style that feels natural and works best for you. We already talked about the charmer whose secret lies in their ability to make others feel special, comfortable, and included. The natural. This one seduces through a mix of innocence and playfulness. So you can use the 25% rule. For the first part of the conversation, use teasing and lighthearted answers, then switch to a more serious tone, offer deeper and more meaningful answers, and at the end of the conversation, return to a more playful tone. This creates an environment where the other person feels safe being flirty. The ideal lover. This one creates fantasies and fulfills desires. The most dangerous seducer of all time, Giovanni Casanova, used to compliment people based on their biggest insecurities. As an example, if a girl gets new braces, you can compliment her smile. The charismatic. This one has a powerful vision, is highly confident, and speaks as if their path is inevitable. For this archetype, ditch the filler words and use bold, emotionally charged language. As a bonus, instead of using if, use when to seem more confident. The dandy. This one is a nonconformist who goes against gender norms. If you consider yourself a dandy, you should focus more on your style, like wearing flared jeans, loafers, or slim shirts. The rake. This one uses intense love and reckless passion, but you can't give absolute admiration all the time. That's boring. A better alternative is to sprinkle little compliments randomly in your conversation. Studies show that unpredictable rewards are more addicting than predictable ones. The coquette. This one is a little bit more toxic as they withhold affection to create suspense and desire. So in that case, you can use the Zeigarnik effect. People remember unfinished tasks better than finished ones. So tap into emotional conversations, end it suddenly, and then ghost that person for a while. Besides all of these, there are 2 more archetypes, the siren and the star. These are the rarest. The siren archetype is exclusively for women, while the star archetype attracts with their mystery and uniqueness. But for all of these, you still need number 2, looks. Physical appearance makes up about 35% of your value in the dating world. Dr. Gordon Gallup wrote an article about the key physical traits that make a man sexually desirable. A. Facial attractiveness. In 2020, the RSOS took pictures of 37 men with and without their beards. Then they edited their photos, first to look more feminine and then to look more masculine. This is the result. As you can see, the most attractive faces were the ones that were edited to be 30% more masculine and had a beard. You might already know some techniques that can make your face look more masculine, so I'm not going to waste your time with that. But what about the beard? Well, if you can't grow it naturally, try minoxidil. This is especially helpful if you have a weak jawline, but you can also style it according to your face shape. B. Androgenic muscles. Men with broad shoulders and a slim waist are evolutionarily attractive. To build this look, train your deltoids, chest, and traps. Now, a lot of people do these things, but they usually overlook something: pheromones. You see, our body secretes these chemicals called pheromones that heavily influence our sexual attraction. However, the issue is that many of us unintentionally mask them by applying cologne to the wrong spots. To smell better, avoid spraying fragrance on pheromone-rich areas like your armpits and neck. Instead, apply it to your wrists and shirt to enhance your scent. But what about increasing your natural levels of pheromones? Eat citrus fruits and green vegetables. Number 3, status plus resources. These aspects make up about 19% of your value. Now, let's be real. The prime metric of this category is financial wealth. But apparently there is a shortcut to status that doesn't rely on money. It's 1834, Italy, and Giuseppe Garibaldi is being sentenced to death for partaking in a political revolution. So as a poor sailor with little education, his last solution was fleeing to South America. Here he did what he was best at: join civil wars against the imperial forces in both Uruguay and Brazil. After these two wars, his reputation started growing as a fearsome revolutionary with lots of charisma. But 7,000 kilometers away, across the ocean, another political revolution started back in Italy, and Giuseppe just couldn't wait to join. After 12 years of military campaigns, Giuseppe Garibaldi became known as a national hero. Women started to fantasize about his freedom fighter persona. They sent him letters and declarations of love. In the end, he wasn't rich, he wasn't good looking, but he gained status by winning respect. Now, you don't need to win countless civil wars to gain respect, you just need to watch this video.